in this lesson, we are exploring a personal auditing process that is a part of the A's of the ABC framework. Of course, everything you have learned so far about the ABC model emphasizes that its structured approach is the most effective way to help you achieve your desired outcomes. In the previous session, we started why and how to develop self-awareness in yourself and your dear ones. In this section, we continue to look at the process you need to follow to achieve success by explaining and applying the wheel of life. As a concept underlying change, the wheel of life is a huge part of understanding your values and committing to priorities. This knowledge is important because you need to assess your situation and the wish to develop. So, without further ado, let's get started and look at how to audit your life by using the wheel of life. Life audit. You now has to audit yourself. The purpose of a life audit is to establish where you are right now in every area of your life and what you value most. You cannot map a life to a destination unless you first have the starting point. This audit is a part of finding that starting point. The combination of awareness and audit determines the starting point. A person who is self-aware is better able to self-audit. Now, you can see the relationship between self-awareness and self-audit. Since auditing is about really taking a look at where and how you see yourself, you really need to be aware of yourself to do it objectively. With this in mind, you should already start to see how this ABC learning framework will be useful as you walk through the journey to change. While awareness was about being conscious of the self in connection with the environment, a life audit is much more thoughtful and objective. Many assessments have an element of subjectivity, right? When you rate something or score something on a scale of 1 to 10, you are being subjective. But calculating the score and comparing a benchmark or objective exercises. What you are going to do next is score your various areas of life. Then use that score to help identify where you need to focus the most. Start to drill down after that to get to the core of where the change needs to take place and what habits will be needed to get you there. The wheel of life. So, what is the wheel of life? The wheel of life is a tool in the form of a diagram of a circle that represents the key areas of your life. The 8 most common main areas are as follows: family and friends, business and career, health, finances, romance and relationship, personal development, and the self and personal growth, fun and recreation, and contribution to society. Finally, it is all about your relationship with members of your family, extended family, family through marriage, time you spend with them, the quality of that time and the quantity. The same applies to your need for love and romance. Friends is focused on your relationship with your friends, those you wish were your friends, how many friends you have or want to have, and how much time you spend with them. Your health is a broad category, and your personal health. This could be about your eating, your fitness, pain and diseases, injuries, or even mental health. Anything related to your body or mind. Your business, career, and finances. Include anything related to your career or purpose, your wealth, your money, your attitude towards money, and everything else included. What is your relationship to money, wealth, or your career? Your personal development are about who you are, your relationship with yourself, where you see yourself in the future, and what you need to get there. It also involves your senses of guilt or fear or purpose. Finally, fun and recreation and contribution to society indicate leisure activities you do to enjoy life, how you spend your free time, whether you value helping others and volunteering. As you can see, this circle of life is fully comprehensive of who you are, your various relationships, and what you value most in every area. It is important to clearly identify the distinct elements of the circle of life. You can help yourself and determine where you want to focus your attention. Here is an exercise you can do. Use a printed blank template of the Wheel of Life diagram. In each section, mark where you currently are in life out of 10 and then write down where you want to be in life out of 10. 1 being at the least, 10 being the best. Next, all round, connect the dots of where you are now and where you want to be, forming to circular shapes. So, the first line is where you are currently, the second line is where you want to be. Of course, you should not just put the same number of where you want to be for all of them. Although it may sound great to aim for a perfect score of 10 in all areas, it is just not realistic. You need to aim for gains that are meaningful based on where you think you can be. You may need to talk through this and justify the numbers and explain to you. Take your time. A lot of thought needs to go into the exercise for it to go right. After giving an explanation, complete the diagram at home for discussion during the session. Where do you really want to get in each area over the next 6 months? What's realistic for you in the next 6 months? Which one of two areas are priorities that you would like to focus on first? Finally, take the number between the two and put at the end. So, for example, if you say that your family currently is at 6 and you wanted to be at 8 in 6 months, write down the number 2 because the difference between 6 and 8 is 2. Let's say your relationship with your friends is currently at 5 and you want to be in 8, then difference is 3. So you would write down 3 in the last column. Do this exercise for all the areas. After you write down the difference in the third column, you must circle the number that's the biggest. Whichever one is the biggest is the one where you think you want to have the biggest growth. What you will want to do for the next 6 months. Even though you are going to work on all of them, you need to choose which one you deeply want to prioritize. When, when you do this exercise properly, you also gain gratitude and perspective. This is like having a bird's eye view of your entire life. Zooming into the wheel of life. Now that you has the bird's eye view of your life, you need to zoom in further. It is not enough to simply say you have to focus on your health. For example, what about your health? What is the issue? Maybe you say you need to lose weight. Okay, so you want to focus on your weight. That tells us a lot more than just focus on your health. Next, what is about your weight? Is it cosmetic? Is it about self-esteem? Is it about a physical condition such as diabetes? Is it simply about living longer or being able to feel more energetic? Let's say it about looking younger and feeling better about yourself. That is where physical and emotional health intersect. By being healthier, you feel better physically and emotionally. Your self esteem improves. You feel more attractive and so on. Now, let's also make sure that since your self esteem is the issue, is it really about health at all? Perhaps it is, and being healthier will really help you. Perhaps it is not. In that case, we have to discover the real driving force. So ultimately, you claim it is about losing weight. But why do you have a poor relationship with your weight? Is it your relationship with food, with sleep, with exercise? Where is the problem? In other words, what one thing, if you could fix it or improve it, would get you the change you are looking for? Sometimes it's easier to focus on exercise because exercise is doing something, like ticking off a checklist. Yes, I went to the gym for 30 minutes, but is exercise or food going to really make the difference that you need or expect? Many people find that changing the way we eat is more difficult as it often involves overall habits. As such, your one wish probably involves changing more habits, doing more things, and making more adjustments in other areas too. Perhaps that is why it is so difficult and why so many people struggle with their eating habits. Therefore, work with yourself to dive deeper into the one or two areas with the largest priority. See what the root of the issue really is. Keep questioning why. Why? Why is that the issue? Why is weight the issue? What is causing the weight? The debt, the stress, or whatever it is. Keep asking why or because until you exhausted the possibilities. Health perhaps becomes physical health, being overweight, consuming too many calories by snacking, consuming too many calories by snacking on candy and cake before bed. Now you have something easily manageable. The snacking or candy, the snacking on candy and cake before bed is the root of the problem, or actually, the root of the problem is the feeling of loneliness. Therefore, the need to curb that food. If you can fix that, then you will fix the calorie issue, which will fix the weight issue, which will fix the physical health issue, which fixes the health issue. Once you are able to conquer that change, you can move on to address the next area of your wheel of life. So, now that you have chosen your area in your lives that you want to improve, what you need to do is build a daily priority around it. Nothing improves until it becomes a daily priority and a habit. Even if you do it for 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day. For example, you want to get better at meditating. You have to do it daily. If you want to get healthier, you have to work on it daily. Taking, taking small steps and making small changes every day eventually accumulate to big changes. Now that you know the value of the wheel of life and how to apply it with yourself to determine the priorities of changes that you require, it is time for a quick question to conclude your lesson on the audit. Final thoughts before you go. For now, you know the value of wheel of life and how to use it, including zooming in to find the core of your priorities. You understand the need to question in depth until you are clear on the specific aspects that needs work to bring about the desired change. With this important realization, you are in a solid position to continue with the ABC process and move on to the next step of accountability, which we cover in the next lesson. But before you join the next lesson, please remember to do the reflection and practical exercises first. Until next time, keep up the incredible work and let happiness be the choice that spreads joyful colors